What is happening on the screen is a fascinating process that results in a musical dimension never before seen by mankind. To be more technical, the red objects represent the sharps of the collected tuning of a guitar that are being gathered together into new symbols called the flag system. There are 5 of them in number, and they exist for the sole purpose of playing a two-handed trilling methodology on the fretboard. But the questions I'm sure you're asking is, why do they exist, how do they work, and what type of music do they release by their existence? In the series ahead, all this will be explained in the videos entitled The Expansion Principle. When we think about playing on a guitar, we suppose that playing along the octaves are all there is for both hands to play the fretboard. But what if there was a dimension outside of octaves that revealed a larger dimension for both hands to occupy? A space that has always been there, waiting for the opportunity to arrive. The flag system is like looking at the fretboard of a guitar from an orbital position, rather than standing on the surface of a planet. It's actually looking at the entire frequency pattern of the tuning of all the strings at once. What this brings to mind is the word plotting. But plotting has no real use unless the hands are interconnected in purpose, rather than splitting them apart in a method called tapping. Up until now, tapping has been the word referred to when both hands are used in fingering the fretboard. Actually, when both hands combine to finger the board in unison, tapping becomes another phrase because they form a larger area for music theory to explain. This word is called trilling. Trilling explains the board as an interconnection between the hands, which sets in motion the greater need to see beyond the realm of the octave structure, similar to the way the piano supports this method by plotting the sharps of the keyboard. Why this occurs is to unite the hands into formations that lie outside the scale connections that exist, tied together by octaves, and depart to a realm that connects the hands at remote musical distances. Mentally, this would happen when a player proceeds to think in terms of expanding parameters to achieve new musical results. The flag system opens the mind to new possibilities never before thought of by the guitarist. For example, one interconnection that the hands are drawn to becomes a new type of scale pattern that spans the entire diapason of the fretboard. The magnetism of releasing this view to the artist is so powerful that the octaves fall into a secondary position that give way to the abstract yet valid form of a universal interconnection for scales, in an area befitting a new era for the fretboard and a science called the expansion principle.